Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I have the first part of a special playthrough for you guys. So today is a very special day. It is the 20th anniversary of the video game Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. And you read the title correctly for this video. I think this is the best war game ever made. I don't think there's been a war game that has ever beaten this game. And this game is also my favorite PS2 game of all time. So out of all the PS2 games I've had, this is my favorite one. I am playing the Xbox version, which I do appreciate that Xbox has backwards compatibility. And also, the Xbox version has a little bit better graphics than the PS2 version. So that's why I like to play the Xbox version. But if you're wondering who I dressed as, I'm dressed as Mattias Nillson, who is the main character of the game. Now, there's 3 characters that you can choose from, but Mattias Nillson has always been considered kind of the main character in the game, and he's been the most popular mercenary. So in the game, you choose 3 different mercenaries, and I'll actually have a picture of what Mattias Nillson's outfit actually looks like. So you guys see, I actually got the outfit good. I got his black striped shirt here, black kind of tactical shirt. I got the 3 animal teeth as well. I got the tactical straps right here, the glasses. I even got a fake M67 grenade on here too, so I did my best to try to do his cosplay as best as I can. I hope I did a pretty good job on his cosplay, so if you're new to the channel, I do dress up as the characters when I do playthroughs of it. But anyways, about this game is, what is this game exactly? You have missed out on this game. If you never heard of this game, you've really missed out on this game. So this game came out in 2005, and it's made by a very familiar studio, Pandemic Studios. Now, Pandemic Studios, they are known for the Saboteur, the original Star Wars Battlefront games, Destroy All Humans. That is what Pandemic Studios is known for, and Mercenaries, of course. So they were a very good studio. They made some really good open world games. They were unfortunately shut down by EA, which they lost really a great studio when they did that. I don't know why they did that, but Mercenaries. This game takes place in North Korea in 2009. The game originally came out in 2005, but it takes place in 2009. And it basically takes place during the Second Korean War. So there's another Korean War going on. The US invades North Korea alongside South Korea, and then China actually invades from the north. And then there's the Russian Mafia that also is coming in from Vladivostok. Now, about this is that all of the factions in the game, they all have some ulterior motives, and I love the story in this game. I thought that was a pretty realistic storyline, and the reason for that is because they're really, when you're going through the game, you are not a good guy, by the way. You are strictly a mercenary that's just going in there to make money, and you can betray people, you can kill innocent people, so you can do some pretty bad things. We're going to play this game very ruthlessly, where I'm going to basically betray everybody and just go for a maximum amount of money. And so the goal of the game is to basically take down the North Korean dictator and eliminate the entire North Korean regime. And there's a Deck 52, which is the cards of all the bounties of the North Korean regime. But anyways, enough of me talking. The intro basically explained how the Second Korean War started. So I hope that you guys enjoy this game. And this game is so awesome and so ahead of its time. There's so many tanks, helicopters that you can use, cars, weapons, airstrikes that you can call in. And another thing I'll say about this game, every single building in the game can be destroyed. Every single building. For a 2005 game, that is absolutely amazing. That every single building can be destroyed in this game. I truly think this is the best war game I've ever made. I don't think there's a game that will ever beat this one. And this is the theme song. The music, the soundtrack, the orchestra for this game is just so good too. Yep, that is the theme. Really good theme. This is actually where my my name on PlayStation comes from. Polish Mercenary comes from this game, because I was such a fan of this game back in the day. Chris Jacobs, nationality American, age 35, years of exile 5. The son of a U.S. Army colonel and Korean interpreter. Jacobs joined EXOP after serving for 7 years in the U.S. Army's Combat Applications Group. Jacob's physical training allows him to withstand bullet wounds and shrapnel that would incapacitate another operative. So every single one of the mercenaries, the 3 playable mercenaries, has some kind of ability, and I think that Mui's ability that you'll see later in a moment, that it's harder to detect her. Jacobs, I think he takes more damage. Jacobs is American, Mui is from Hong Kong, and Nillson is from Sweden. And additionally, is that every single one of the mercenaries has some kind of problem, some kind of issue. Jacob's issue is that he doesn't trust anyone whatsoever. Mui's issue is that she's extremely greedy, all she cares about is money. And Nillson's problem, the worst one of all, is that Nillson is actually insane. That's actually his problem, and he actually enjoys war. So, Mui and Jacobs are here primarily to make money, where Nillson just enjoys war and just enjoys killing people. Jennifer Mui, nationality British. Oh, okay, so her nationality is British. She's from Hong Kong, I know that. Mui draws on her MI6 training to go undetected in hostile environments. This combined with her extensive covert combat experiences and abilities make her highly qualified for the North Korean theater. And Nillson, this is the guy that we're playing as. Years with X-Ops, only 1. Nationality Swedish, Mattias Nillson. Nillson is an unproven X-Ops agent, but his record scores in the physical portion of the entrance exam shows great promise. Nillson's physical agility and fearless demeanor should make him very effective in the North Korean theater. And I forget what Nillson's special ability is here, but we're gonna be playing as him. Except
Reports from Pyongyang.
This is how the war started.
Military forces have staged a violent coup.
The Royal Australian Navy intercepted a North Korean freighter. Authorities alerted the unit after uncovering a cache of nuclear warheads in the ship's cargo bay. The warheads were intended for sale to known terrorist elements.
Troops poured across the DMZ and into North Korea, intent on dislodging the newly installed regime of General Song. The president today reaffirmed the need for this peacekeeping mission.
The general posted bounties today for the latest deck of 52.
And those are the worst people of the North Korean regime. So basically, North Korea was selling missiles to terrorists, and an Australian Navy ship caught them. And when the United Nations found out they were selling weapons to terrorists, they invaded North Korea.
Could we have the lights off, please? Lights off, please. Thank you. All right, Fiona, what have you got for us?
Thanks. Okay, well, today the board is voting on the Sung Initiative. This is an unparalleled financial opportunity for X-Ops, but it's high risk. North Korea is a quagmire, the Allies are stuck in it, and it's all because of this man here.
Yes, we've been discussing this. Couldn't this force us into a moral position? I mean, the guy's evil. He capped his own father after the coup. The media are all over it. Anyone operating in this theater is going to be famous.
Maybe, but we're proposing sending in a single operative, low profile. And remember, North Korea is in total chaos. There's press on the ground, sure, but our agent could level half the country and no one would have any idea we were there. There's more. Apart from the 100 million for Sung, there's a significant bounty for every member of the deck of 52, especially if they're taken alive.
Does that say businessmen?
Well, counterfeiting, slave trading, if you call that business, these guys are businessmen. To sum up, we insert a single agent to go after the bounties. We can do something the Allies can't. Work directly with factions on the ground to gather hard intel on the deck of 52.
Oh, come on, Fiona. The AN have never been shy about
Dealing with the Russian Mafia? Not with GSRN reporters everywhere. Listen, by working with the factions, we can take Sung's power base apart from the bottom up. Sung's gone into hiding, but if anyone knows where he is...
It's his lieutenants. Got it. Fiona, you make a compelling case. I think I know which way the board will go, but I have one more question. We're basically relying on a single agent here. Do you have someone in mind?
Yes, I do. I believe I have the perfect candidate.
As a teenager, Nillson rarely attended school and was often in trouble with the law. Yeah. So he's had, you'll see Nillson, he's a very cold guy. The DMZ.
Hey Mattias, my name's Fiona, your X-Ops support coordinator for this mission. What's the deal? We're almost there yet?
Nice to meet you too. You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone.
Good. Waiting is not my thing.
Try meditation, I've heard that helps.
Just get me off this bird and I'll be fine.
Listen, we're close. You might want to get your gear together for the drop.
I love this game so much back in the day.
Have you checked out your new PDA yet?
I'm not much of a gadget guy.
Well, that gadget could save your life.
Yeah? Can it stop a bullet?
It can stop you from wandering around North Korea like a clueless idiot.
M67s. I love M67s.
Standard issue frag grenades.
That'll do until I get my hands on a Tomahawk or one of the spookies the South Koreans been using.
Tomahawk's a missile, an American missile. Let me just see, turning on subtitles here. Yeah, let's turn on subtitles. And let's actually see audio too.
I know it's not state of the art.
Well, it kills people, right?
This is Blackbird. DMZ's in visual range. The drop zone is hot. We'll be coming in low and fast.
You heard the man. Time to get going.
And another thing I'll say about this game, the developers did a lot of research into North Korea, so they didn't actually visit North Korea for obvious reasons, but the developers of the game, they actually took pictures, looked up the geography of North Korea, the cities, and this place is the Korean DMZ, with the demilitarized zone, which is actually the most heavily fortified border in the world. And you will also see the joint security area, so there's a lot of real-life landmarks you'll see in this game.
Mattias, are you ready?
I'm always ready. Always ready.
You know they say the DMZ is the most dangerous place on Earth.
Just wait till I get there.
Easy, boy. Just don't forget about our payday, okay?
Forget the $100 million. Impossible.
North Korea is the perfect setting for this game. Perfect setting.
Colonel Garrett is waiting for you.
So this is South Korea that we're in right now, about to enter North Korea. And then the map is open world also. You can get around the North Korean roadblock by taking this little jump here.
The area is a lot hotter than we expected. Hang on while I patch into the Allied uplink.
I am under heavy
Darren,
enemy
the North
fire.
Koreans stage an assault on the Allied HQ. I'm hearing reports of intense shelling in the area. Looks like you're just in time to be a hero.
And
North to the Allied HQ.
this area right here, if you actually look at this, I'll show you guys something. This building right here, this building, I believe this is called the House of Freedom. Yes, the Freedom House. This is a South Korean building, so this side is South Korea. That side over there, that is North Korea. And you see that building right there? That building is the Gukak building. It's a North Korean base. It's basically this is the South Korean command center on this side. That's the North Korean command center over there. And this is the joint security area. These blue buildings are real. This is actually the same place where the North and South Korean guards actually stand looking at each other. Tourists can actually visit here, and whenever they need to resolve any kind of dispute, they resolve it in these buildings. And about the artillery, this is also another thing that's very realistic. North Korea has thousands of artillery guns actually pointed at Seoul and South Korea. So if there was ever a war, North Korea doesn't even need to fire nukes. They can just fire artillery, and the artillery will kill thousands of people. They're pointed at cities. They will hit Seoul and other cities, and they'll cause thousands of casualties. So North Korea actually has one of the most powerful artilleries in the world. North Korea also is the 5th largest army in the world.
I just want you to explain to me why we're still getting the crap shelled out of us. And I don't want to hear the words authorization, approval, clearance on it. Now who the hell is this?
Sir, this is a private contractor. XOps contacted me and I agreed.
A merc? You don't think I got enough problems? Get out of here. I don't
Catch the 2 of clubs yet?
The 2 of... No. How did you know that Jinho Young was commanding that artillery?
XOps does a good job briefing their agents, sir. You said you didn't want to hear authorization or approval. Well...
All right, we'll give it a shot. Stop that artillery, verify the 2 of clubs, and maybe we can do business together. Major Howard here will give you some intel. Oh, and one last thing. Don't you ever interrupt me again.
So these guys are the Americans, and they're part of the AN, which is a task force created by the United Nations to go into North Korea.
Out of here before one of those GSRN reporters shows up.
Wow, I almost felt that from here. The AN have sent me the contract. It'll lay out all the details of what you need to do. Check your PDA for the email.
Email. Right here, Major Stephen Howard. Okay. Here's your chance to prove yourself, Merc. Verify the 2 of clubs, then destroy his artillery. That should cheer Colonel Garrett right up. When we ask you to verify a card, we mean we need proof that they've been captured or killed. If you take them alive, we'll approve an extraction helicopter to pick up the captive. Otherwise, just take a digital photo of the victim. XOps will transmit the photo over to us. You get paid either way, but a kill is worth only half bounty. Okay? Dead folks is bad TV, and we like them alive. Got it? Alright, good luck, Merc. Come back and see us when you're done. Verify the 2 of clubs. Destroy North Korean artillery. Bounty value $25,000 alive, $12,500 dead. Contract $20,000.
Charge!
And you can actually honk your horn, and what will happen is allies will actually get into your car. Yeah, I love the soundtrack in this game. Okay, let's go up the hill now.
Charge! Look out!
Okay, there's Colonel Jinho Young. Okay.
It's one of ours. Attack!
And yeah, C4. Okay. It's been some time since I played the game. Got to get used to the controls again. Okay. And then there's also flashbangs that you have too. Oh, there we go. That's how they switch to flashbangs. Okay. Press X to stun, then quickly. Okay. Call for extraction.
Excellent. He's not going anywhere. Now we call for an AN extraction helicopter.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air.
Great, they should be here momentarily.
I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
Go pick up the 2 and carry him to the helicopter.
And in this game, I will capture every single target alive. That's what I'll be going for.
Perfect. 1 down, 51 to go.
Jinho Young, 2 of clubs, $25,000. And the deck of 52 is actually based on the Iraqi deck of 52, so when the US invaded Iraq, that there was the top targets of the Iraqi regime that they were looking for, and this is basically based on that. And the final ace is the North Korean dictator, who's worth $100 million. Destroy North Korean artillery. Okay.
You should be able to target the artillery from here.
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
Ooh, that was cool.
There we go. 1 gun down.
Now let's get the other one. Great work. Garrett will be pleased.
Oh, both destroyed. Okay. Got it.
Get back to the ANHQ.
The mercenary.
Pick up RPG. That'll be helpful later on. Okay, RB to switch guns. I just haven't played in some time. Okay, look at this. So this is the deck of 52. These are the worst people in the North Korean regime. And here's the thing is, this is how much the developers did their research. Every single card type. So right here we have the clubs, diamonds, hearts, and then spades. The clubs are Division 39. Now, what is Division 39? Division 39 is based on Room 39. Room 39 is the North Korean Mafia. It's a state-run mafia, and so whenever the North Korean elites, you notice how they're driving around in Mercedes cars and BMWs? The reason for that is because the North Korean Mafia smuggles that stuff in for them. And so these guys are very wealthy. It doesn't matter if North Korea is a communist nation. These guys are very wealthy. They're living in mansions. They're living in palaces in North Korea. So the North Korean Mafia benefits tremendously from working with the North Korean government. Like I said, it's a state-sponsored mafia, basically. And this guy that we got here, you can actually read up on what they did. Jinho Young. Young retired from his post as an artillery officer in the former President Kim's army to work for the Ace of Clubs. Dong Hwang Bo Young was placed in project after project, but ultimately proved incompatible with Division 39's method. When Song's revolt came, Young found himself commanding artillery once again. So about some of the backstory, because I know the lore pretty well in this game. One of the backstories, what happened with North Korea is that North Korea is not this. It's still a dictatorship in this game, but it's not run by the same Kim family that you have today. Basically, the backstory is that President Kim, he has no relation to Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un or Kim Il-sung, who were the original leaders. North Korea basically became a socialist kind of like republic dictatorship, kind of like China is today in the 1990s. President Kim got elected. Now, President Kim in the Mercenaries world, he tried to bring back relations between South Korea and North Korea. He was tired of the divide, and South Korea told him that if he wants to fix relations,
What a mess. They really needed your help.
they told him to get rid of North Korea's nuclear weapons program, which he did. They told him to demilitarize, which he started doing, and shut down the prison camps. So he started shutting down. He started shutting down a lot of the prison camps. And what happened was there was people in North Korean government that were very angry about President Kim doing that. And what happened was his son, General Song, who was a general in the KPA, the Korean People's Army, overthrew him in a military coup. And what General Song did is he actually had the entire South Korean delegation killed. And South Korea sanctioned North Korea, put the worst sanctions on them, and North Korea became even more isolated. And what Song did when he made his dictatorship, he brought back slave labor in North Korea prison camps. He started doing forced conscription again, restarted North Korea's nuclear weapons program. and he started selling weapons to terrorists. And his downfall is that he was selling weapons to terrorists in Southeast Asia. We don't know which terrorist group he was selling to, but a terrorist group in Southeast Asia. The Royal Australian Navy boarded the ship. They found he was selling weapons to terrorists, and they invaded North Korea to try to remove him from power.
Mercenary.
That's basically the backstory how the war started. Contract complete. Nice.
Not bad. Maybe I was wrong about you. And I sure as hell don't mind the opportunity to get something done around here without wading through a sea of red tape. I may rely on you in the future. How's that sound?
As long as the pay's good, I'm perfectly...
Okay. I'm Colonel Samuel Garrett, Commander of Allied Forces in the area. This is Major Stephen Howard. I know you're here for the Deck of 52. Now, most of them are open bounties, but the aces? You need special clearance from us to go after them. You bring me enough intel, I'll get you that clearance. Speaking of which, you'll want to talk to the man leading... advising South Korean forces in the area. Company man called Buford. Knows more about what's going on around here than, well, hell, he knows more than he's telling, that's all I'll say. Probably already knows where Song is, the bastard. Now get out of here. I got work to do, come on.
So these guys are the
Get this merc out of here before one of those
these guys are the Americans, but they're really the United Nations, so they're the UN soldiers, kind of, that task force the United Nations created, the Allied nations, to invade North Korea and remove General Song from power. And the AN, General Song is the most dangerous man on Earth, intelligent, ruthless, and highly disciplined. He currently holds the codes to the North Korea's nuclear weapons program. Now, I know that you guys are going to say, but doesn't North Korea have nuclear weapons? Why aren't they using them? Well, that's actually kind of answered later in the story. You actually find out something about that. Oh, here we go. And there are these, like, these mini, like, little contracts that you can also do.
You got mail from the Allies about that CIA operative working for the South Koreans.
Let me move my thing a little bit down just so we can see the map better here. Buford. Agent Mitchell Buford helps the South Koreans run their side of this conflict. He'll have lots of work for you, and will probably trade information on the location of the Deck of 52. Don't be surprised if everyone else acts like his assistant, Major Park, is running the show over there. Buford's involvement isn't publicly known, so he's a CIA agent that really controls the South Korean forces in the area. And you will find out that all of the factions in this game are scumbags. Like, all of them are. And it's kind of a more realistic setting where there really isn't that many good or bad guys. Like, the North Koreans are the villains, sure, but the South Koreans aren't necessarily the good guys. The Chinese are definitely not the good guys, and the Russians definitely aren't the good guys either. The Russian Mafia, you'll see them later on, too. The Allied nations are kind of like the only faction that's kind of moral, but they also do some questionable things as well. But you'll see a lot of the factions are scumbags in this game, and they don't care about the people of North Korea. They're just here for other reasons to benefit themselves. Okay, let's get going. If we're going to find a Deck of 52, we're going to have to get in good with the local power brokers. Buford seems like a good lead. Let's pay him a visit. Okay.
Want to make some extra cash?
North Korean forces have bunkered down into several locations in the area and need to be scrubbed out. You up for it? Destroy goal 1. Time goal. Raise mood allies.
Move out.
Okay. Destroy targets. And if you're wondering, what do you do with the money? What's the purpose of the money in the game? Money is basically for buying weapons and airstrikes and vehicles.
Fall back.
Oh, what's that? A missile launcher? Okay. Ooh. Okay, we got paid for that. Got another small challenge right here. Can you get to the South Korean HQ before time expires? Remain in vehicle. Okay, $5,000. Okay, let's do it. First checkpoint. Let's get there.
안녕하세요.
So this is the map of the game too, but there's actually a second map. So this is the first map. That in Chapter 3 you unlock the third, you unlock the second map. But this is Kaesong, and about Kaesong, Kaesong is a real city. So all of these towns and cities are real places. And here's the thing, the South Koreans are really pissed off about Kaesong, because Kaesong is the only city that North Korea truly captured in the Korean War. So after the Korean War ended, with the armistice, North Korea actually held onto the area of Kaesong. So it was a South Korean city before the war, and then North Korea annexed it after the war, so it became part of North Korea when the war ended. And so that's South Koreans are really pissed off about that city being part of North Korea today. This is the second faction, the South Koreans.
사령관님, 이분이 바로 계렬 대령님이 전화하신 사립 계약자이십니다.
좋았어. 우리 손 따라비지 않고도 이 일을 완수할 수 있겠어. Hey, how you doing? This is Major Park. He's the commander of South Korean forces in the area. My name's Buford. I've been the company's man in Seoul for 30 years. I'm here to make sure North Korea don't end up the smallest province in the People's Republic. Problem is, Langley didn't exactly supply me with a lot of personnel. Cash, I got. You'll get paid and then some. And we got some nifty toys. Now, if you're willing to do some simple grunt work for me, I'll treat you right. First things first. Song's men are eager to take back this city. So far, Park's troops kept them at bay. But Song is stepping up his offensive, and I don't want to lose Kaesong this early in the game. So, if you're up to it, I'm going to pay you to be Park's reinforcement. An army of one, so to speak. If you're interested, Major Park here will give you all the details.
Also, to any of my South Korean viewers, if any of you guys can translate what he was saying, I would really appreciate it in the comments. But also, the three mercenaries, they actually speak different languages. So Mattias, he speaks English, Swedish, and Russian. Jacobs speaks English and Korean. Mui speaks English and Mandarin, I believe. So when you get to the Russian Mafia, the subtitles will actually say what they're saying, but the other factions, they don't, because the characters don't understand the language. So I like that little attention to detail there. So you basically have a CIA agent that's really running the South Koreans behind the lines.
We got a C-130 so full of shells and ordnance, things like one of those Star Destroyers from that space movie.
안녕하세요.
What do you think? Are you going to be able to work with this guy?
Well, if I can't, I just go somewhere else. Right.
I've identified each defense point for you. They'll flash when NK troops are in proximity. You won't have long to get from point to point, so be quick.
The North Koreans are gonna invade this city. They're gonna try to take this city back.
Incoming. Troops are attacking the north defense points.
sometimes the AI is a bit dumb. South Korean morale, you have to keep that up. Oh, here comes the troop transport. Okay.
Troops are moving in near the east defense point.
Okay, eastern side is gonna get attacked now. Oh, this weapon here, yeah. Recoilless rifle. Recoilless rifles are more powerful against armored vehicles. Yes, definitely use this. Okay. Got him. Oh, APC coming in. Destroyed.
NK troops are moving in on the south defense point.
어디가? 여기로. 용병이다.
Also, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, this game is pretty dark. It's not like a, you know, humoring game like a lot of other games. I would compare it to like GTA 4 levels of dark. APC destroyed. Nice.
NK forces are attacking the north defense point again.
Get ready for them. Oh, here they come. And this one, you can actually control the missile, I'm pretty sure, with this. There we go. It's over. Reinforcements are here.
Nicely done. The South Korean reinforcements have arrived. Ka-ching! message from a man named Yusuf Yurinov. I've got his file here. He's a major domo with the Russian mob. Dangerous, but almost certainly worth it in terms of money and intelligence.
Can you get to Mafia HQ before time expires? Okay. Those buses that you actually see, those are, pretty much identical to a lot of the buses that are actually in North Korea. Oh crap, I ran over a civilian. And that pisses off all the factions except the, Russian Mafia who don't care. So this is the Russian Mafia HQ. And the Russian Mafia is in Pyongyang. Pyongyang is actually the capital of North Korea. And this arc right here, this is actually a real arc. I will actually find out what this arc is called. This is called the Arc of Reunification. And this was actually built by North Korea's founder Kim Il-sung, who is actually the grandfather of Kim Jong-un. And, basically, if you look up there, it was, that is all of Korea together as one. So South and North Korea as one, and it was meant to symbolize, Korean reunification. But Korean reunification on North Korea's terms, obviously, because, North Korea is never gonna agree to terms on South Korea's terms. They just want to conquer South Korea, and control it. But this monument does not exist anymore. 1 year ago, January 2024, Kim Jong-un actually ordered it to be destroyed, so, and he severed all relations with South Korea. This is the Russian Mafia, my favorite faction in the game. And so, because Nillson speaks Russian, he's gonna be able to understand what they're saying. There's gonna be subtitles. Naomnik, that means mercenary in Russian.
Hey, all right. Just what I need. A professional.
Yep, you got it. I'm the
Sergei
professional.
Voronov. This is my Lieutenant Yosef. We run the, discreet supply business around here. Everyone here needs stuff. Vehicles, weapons, you name it, and we supply it. Discreetly. That means no one asks any questions, including you. I'll kill anyone who betrays my trust. You got a problem with that? You got a problem working for a killer? Huh? Answer me.
Took his gun away.
Yosef is right. Listen, you're a mercenary. You'll be working for lots of people. I know how it is. But you want some extra cash? You come to Sergei. Speaking of which, I got a job right now you could take. I'm going to test you out. See if you've got what it takes to work for me. Bring me one of Song's troop transports. Should be easy to find, but not so easy to steal, eh? If you want in, Yosef here will give you all the details. On the other hand, you can say no and walk out that door right now. You do what you want to do.
So the Russian Mafia boss Sergei is a cocaine addict. You can actually hear him snorting cocaine when you walk in.
This is a good job, you know? Plenty of opportunities for me and for you.
The Russian Mafia is from Vladivostok, which is Russia's far eastern city, and what the Russian Mafia is trying to gain in North Korea is they're trying to steal North Korean weapons.
I can get you some girls. I can get you anything you want. Speaking of which, Yosef! When is that pharmaceutical shipment coming in?
They're human traffickers, arms dealers, drug dealers, scum.
Don't underestimate him. He may act like an idiot, but he's a ruthless killer.
There's something wrong with Sergei. I don't trust him.
Don't worry, his Lieutenant Joseph is reliable. We did some business in Kosovo.
So Mattias worked with the Russian Mafia before in Kosovo. He knows Joseph.
There's only scattered resistance in the area, but those machine guns could be dangerous.
C4 is an effective way to destroy an object. Okay. I don't think we really need to waste C4 though. We can just use M67s.
One down, 2 to go.
These will destroy the guns. So you get a bonus objective. Let's see the emails too. You've made a name for yourself pretty quickly, my young friend. We have room for someone like you in our organization. Come by our nightclub in Pyongyang, and I'll introduce you to my boss. Keep your mouth shut about this. That's from Joseph. So Joseph is the advisor. He's basically like Sergei's consigliere in a way. The Russians are looking to give you a little test. Most of the North Korean forces in Pyongyang have left the area, but there's a holdout force in East Pyongyang. The Russians want you to break into their compound and steal a transport. We'll also get a bonus if you take out the emplaced machine guns around the perimeter. Steal North Korean transport and return it to the Mafia garage. Bonus, destroy 3 machine guns.
Good work, only one more left.
My favorite mission, there's a Russian Mafia mission later on where you go to meet with a bunch of North Koreans for an arms deal. That's probably my favorite mission that you'll see later on. Okay, destroy this.
That's the last of the guns.
Okay, we
Now
got
grab that
the
truck
bonus.
and you're good to go.
Let's take the truck now.
I found the weapons cache.
So that's what the Russians are after.
Oh, also, I forgot. This song that's playing right now, this is the Russian Mafia theme. So every single faction in the game has their own theme. This is the Russian Mafia's theme that's playing. So certain places in the game have, like, hidden collectibles and hidden items that you can pick up. Get on this truck. There we go.
Well.
ICBM specs, intercontinental ballistic missile specs. Okay, nothing really over here. Okay. AK-47s, what is this? SMGs. Okay, let's get the truck back to the Russian Mafia garage. And also, you can steal vehicles and sell it to the Russian Mafia, so they'll be looking for a lot of different vehicles. Kind of similar to the GTA vehicle retrieval list. So yeah, you see, guys, why I'm saying this is the best war game in, the best war game of all time. Open world, great story, unique setting, North Korea, you don't really see it in a lot of other games. Different factions, choices that you can make, massive destruction.
Схватить! Thanks for the vehicle. If you bring us others, we'll make sure you're way too in trouble.
Stand against the foreign devils who have invaded our land.
Surgical strike, okay. Russian supply drop, ally supply drop, Mafia technical. Mafia site is available. And so, when you're buying stuff, you're primarily buying it from the Russian Mafia. Login name Merc, password Vladimir, happy shopping Sergey. After you finish that contract for Buford, I did some research on where his troops are positioned. Seems like his main rival is the commanding Chinese force in the area, Colonel Zhao Peng. Probably some opportunities there. So the Chinese are the other faction in the game. And this is the Merchant of Menace. This is basically the dark web kind of like site. different vehicles here. Supply drops. And this, airstrikes. And this is actually going to get bigger. Over time, you're going to unlock a lot more stuff in the Merchant of Menace shop.
I've identified another possible source of income and intel. Check your PDA for the email.
Can you get to the Chinese HQ before the time expires? Yes. Oh, and this thing right here, you see this? I gotta comment on this. This is another, actually, monument that's actually in North Korea. This is the Arch of Triumph. It was meant to symbolize Korean resistance to Japanese occupation, and it's actually one of the largest arches in the world. So North Korea actually builds these giant monuments to supposedly show off to the world, but they don't invest anything in their people. They don't help their people. Their people live in absolute poverty, and it doesn't matter if you can build a giant monument like that if your people are just living in absolute poverty. But yeah, when I'm gonna be going through this game, I'll be talking about a lot of the different locations in real life and commenting on North Korean history also, which I know pretty well. And, okay, I'm gonna also save my game here. And the reason I'm saving my game here is because there's a glitch with Mercenaries where sometimes if you arrive at the Chinese HQ, your game crashes, and you don't want that to happen. Is there something hidden behind the HQ? Yes, there is, right here.
Well, well, well.
Proceed. A mercenary. Violence for profit. The two hallmarks of Western ideology together in one package. My name is Colonel Zhao Pang of the People's Army. I will tell you now that I disapprove of using private contractors. But the People's Army is large and slow to rouse. If I am to secure this province for China, I must employ your services or risk losing the initiative. Working for the People's Republic involves many dangerous and unpleasant duties. Dealing with me, chief among them. Reward my trust with loyalty, and you'll have access to our considerable support. China is a vast and powerful nation. Acting as our ally means you will be unstoppable. If you are willing to help, I have a job for you. The North Koreans set up a communication to the north that allows them to spy on us. Get rid of this irritation for me, and we may have more work for you in the future. This is my associate, Captain Liu. If this contract interests you, speak to him. He will give you all the details. The door is right there. If you are not interested, please depart.
So the Chinese had a treaty with North Korea where they're supposed to protect North Korea in case it gets attacked. But what the Chinese did is they actually betrayed North Korea and they invaded from the north. And what the Chinese goal in this game is they're trying to annex North Korea. They're trying to make it into another province.
Before we can properly administer this province, we must first get rid of the remnants of General Song's army. That is the scale model of the area. We use it to run military simulations of the pending conflict. Song is an experienced commander, but his army is insignificant compared to mine.
Artillery strike. Okay, Chinese gave us
I
that.
think I like Colonel Peng. Even a stick up his butt has a stick up its butt.
Oh, I'm sure he'll warm right up once you get to know him.
Colonel Peng is also in Mercenaries, 2. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with the heavy firepower provided by the Chinese. Destroy, contract terms, destroy North Korean outpost at Children's Museum. They're using a Children's Museum for... Okay, the Type 89 APC tank parked outside the HQ is available for use in this contract. Additionally, given your proximity to the mission area, the Chinese can provide you 152mm airburst shell support should you need it. Tanks are great at climbing and crushing, okay. Break through the North Korean blockade. Oh, here's the Chinese. Officers can see through your disguise, too. Okay, I guess it's full. Okay, push up towards the North Korean outpost. Tanks can smash through on blockades. To equip a support item like the artillery, select the item from the support menu. Okay.
Hey, I just got an email from Chinese HQ. I found the buildings they're interested in on the satellite imagery. Check out your PDA for the structure.
So this is where we talk about being able to destroy everything in the game. North Korean barracks, let's take it out. One more. Or should do it. Oh, no.
Nice.
There we go. Okay. We got our allies too here.
Good job. That's another AK building taken care of.
Here's statues of General Song. You can actually destroy these for money too. Statue of the Gracious Leader. Goodbye. Chinese J-20 scout delivery. Okay. Okay. We can use this artillery gun to shell the buildings too.
Keep it up.
And we can destroy this building too here. Look at that, see? Every building can be destroyed in the game.
Nice.
Artillery strike. Call it in. Targets for artillery designated with a colored smoke grenade. Pull R to throw the smoke grenade nearby location, then run before the artillery comes down. Artillery is devastating but inaccurate. It's useful against buildings and clusters of targets. Okay. That's very typical of North Korean propaganda. You see that right there? Very typical. Always shows Kim Jong-il or Kim Il-sung with a bunch of people happy in the background. Here comes the artillery now.
Well done. That's one less NK command center.
Bonus 40,000 too. Nice. Okay, so, thank you guys for watching. I will have the next part for you guys as soon as I can.
Get to know all the major players before you commit yourself.
I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.